Guys, we are in Deadwood, South Dakota at the Sturgis rally. They got a bike show here, and there are some beautiful, beautiful machines I got to show you. Just unbelievable. Here's a Trask Turbo machine. The setting here in Deadwood is absolutely freaking beautiful. Spectacular. Got a nice FXR. I spy an FXR. Look at this thing. We rode the Buells here. We rode the new Super Cruiser, doing triple digits on the way here through the Kirby Mountains. Man, what a rush that was. That's a beautiful FXR. Really nice. There's a really nice looking M8. DLC coated 2-inch over tubes, Arlen Ness lowers. Just beautiful. There's a beautiful FXR. Look at that thing. Wow. That is really nice. Well done, well done. Super cool venue. We're having an absolute blast here at Sturgis. We're coming back next year in force, bringing the whole family. Junior, Christy, Jordan, Taylor, the whole family. We're all going to be here. And with a whole truckload of brand new Buell and gas products to demo you guys. So hopefully you make it out next year. It's going to be awesome. Deadwood is such a cool town. It's a typical Midwest, southern mining town, I guess you'd call it. That's a beautiful fairing on that thing. Really nice. Very nice. The real star of the show is these guys here. It's Bill Melvin, President and CEO. Jacob, one of the men behind the scenes building these machines. So yeah, we had an absolute blast on the ride out here. Just killer. Look at the pull-ins on this thing. It's like riding a shark amongst minnows, ripping one of these against all the other V-twins out there. We like left everybody in the dust by a long shot.
Is the seat got lower than the version 1. The version 2 seat is a little bit lower. It's a little bit narrower. So when you pull up to a stop sign, your feet are a little more comfortable. All of them have Saddlemen seats now. So Saddlemen is going to be the seat on the bikes. And those guys,
so that's confirmed, that's final.
Yeah, those guys are great. They're
Saddlemen out of the box. Good job.
Saddlemen's out of the box. Pretty much this seat is going to probably be what the seat is. V2, what else changed? We made a few small tweaks to the cooling system.
I noticed the radiators are raw. A lot of people like that, including myself.
Yeah, we did some of them raw, some of them black.
Yeah.
We got a new overflow canister.
Okay.
What else is new? I think we changed the light just a hair. We slimmed a little bit out. Yeah, there's a few other things.
And there's
a few other tweaks you'll see, like just the frame has a few tweaks to it.
Yep.
And we still have one more tweak coming to the frame on version 3.
Okay.
We figured out with some good engineering, we're able to lower this bar another 1/2 inch, which gives another, 1/2 inch of seat. But then what happens is the bar, instead of being right here, it comes in right here, and I want it to be a little sexier.
Okay.
So this one drops down, and as it comes just a hair lower, it's going to curve back up.
Nice.
It's going to be a nice little curve right there.
Yeah, a good little
and that's where you sit,
Yep.
and it's nice to put your leg there, and
Sure.
It's just a little sexy spot for the bike.
Yeah.
The other big thing, the tanks.
Okay.
I forgot. The tanks on the other ones were, a quick process for Daytona.
Yep.
We did some hacking, some bending, some fabricating for the version 1 tanks. These are the version 2 tanks. They came from the supplier.
Okay.
So we have hard tooled this tank already. This is a hard tool, mass production tooled tank. It's got a little more sexy styling to it. As you see, it's flatter right here, and then it curves down into the seat.
Yep.
and it adds a little bit of sexiness as it comes in here. And then when this comes back up, this whole little section is just going to have a little bit of beautiful sexiness to it.
Yep.
We widened the fender a little bit, so now we're running 200s on the rear fender, on the rear wheel. The rear wheel is going to be 200 from the factory.
Okay, good to know.
Which is a great size. So we had to widen the fender a little bit to do that.
Yep.
And we had to widen this part of the frame a little bit to fit a wider fender.
Sure.
Yep. All right, now you got me thinking.
And we're not on our final form of the gauge, right?
That's
Are we?
close.
We're close. Okay, yep.
Let me see, what else? To be closer to the concept.
Okay, yep. And that's one thing people were wanting. So,
Yep, you
guys,
listen.
they're listening.
I love the new rear fender. I think it's awesome.
Well, you need the clearance to do wheelies and stunt it and do all your
Yep,
stuff.
absolutely. It's ready to go drifter cross right out of the box.
The drifter guys, you know, they want some height. I mean, the bikes just lay over, right? I mean, they're so smooth.
Yep.
Just like the first ride. It's smooth, it's fast, it's great. You're having a great time. You're just, whatever, you know, you're coming in. If you're coming in too slow, you can accelerate. Too high, you can back off. It just rides on rails.
Let me tell you how I know you guys killed this. Because the bike that I have here, that I've ridden thousands of miles, I felt more at home on this than the bike that I built and have spent thousands of miles on. This feels more at home. This was what I was trying to accomplish and have yet to accomplish.
Especially at speed, too.
Yes.
I was doing a little slow race through town here. The balance is mint. I think I could win some slow races on this thing, too.
The balance is unbelievable. When you're coming in, you've been riding for however long you're riding and you're hot, you can stand up on the bike coming into town and just give a little throttle and clutch, and you can go 1 mile an hour and just cool off, let some air flow, and you can sit back down on that sexiness and go.
Badass.
So the tank was a big deal for me, all right? So the version 1 tanks were done in a quick process, right? Like we had to get them ready for Daytona, then we did our thing. But we know the supplier for our tanks is near us. They make beautiful gas tanks for some other major manufacturers. And I've been talking to them for 4 years, actually. And so I've worked with our designers to get all the shape that I wanted here to look closer to what Roland designed.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Roland and Aaron fabricated the most beautiful tank. Our quicker one on version 1 didn't have all the curves to it that I wanted. So I said, we really need to get dialed in on this tank first, get the shape back that we want. I want it to be flat right here, which is how the concept was. Flat to the ground, beautiful curve coming down, and then a little bit of curve right into the frame and the seat. Now, when this bar comes back up, it's going to mount now. It's not going to mount here. It's going to mount right in this range. So it's going to add some real nice curviness to that. But performance-wise, the frame is amazing. Right? I mean, the frame is what you need. We're doing durability testing on the frames. We're working through our engineering on it to make sure the manufacturing and everything's dialed in, because stunt riders are going to buy this as an off-road bike.
Right.
You know, there's people on the street. We want them to be safe. We want them to have fun. We want them to ride well and feel how beautiful the bike is. But you're going to have stunt riders who are buying it for off-road use, and they're going to be doing stuff on it like Jesse was yesterday. Jesse from the Concrete Cowboys is amazing.
It's awesome.
And he needs to have a durable frame, but you still can't make it too heavy. You have to keep it light. You have to keep it stylish. You have to keep it sexy. So those are all the things that we're working on in the factory with all the engineers to get it dialed in. Now my bike, I didn't get the scratches on it. I will put that on the record. The E-track came loose in somebody's trailer and it tipped over. I rode a different bike out when we rode out from Michigan. This one was in the trailer. And when it tipped over and got scratched, I said, I'm taking that bike. Because now I can do whatever I want to it, and I'm going to rail on that bike. So right away, I got a hold of Jesse, and I said, Jesse, we got a bike that's already scratched up. Come rip the hell out of it, do whatever you want. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, it's already got scratches. Just ride it, have a great time. And then I rode over to Memphis Shades this morning, and they worked and got a couple things dialed in. I got a new windscreen.
I love the new windscreen. It's awesome.
So this is the windscreen. My gosh, what's the name of that? I forgot the name of this one from Memphis Shade. T-Sport. What? T-Sport? No, I forgot the name. But it's beautiful. And when we were riding up the canyon, I had no wind. I was just ripping, and it was weird actually not feeling the wind, because on the other one you feel some more wind. This one you were buffeted and just ripping up the canyon. It was
now you rode these cross country this week.
3 of us rode out. So bikes essentially got mostly all together finished with a little bit of stuff on Monday last week.
Yep.
Tuesday, final finishing touches, put the windscreens on them, check the chain, check the fluids, check the gas. The factory team did some loops around GR on Tuesday. Wednesday morning, we hopped and rode out to Sturgis.
Yeah, I saw
1,200 miles.
A snarky comment. Yeah, let's see you ride into Sturgis.
And we rode into Sturgis.
Yeah, we're doing that.
1,200 miles.
And they did.
It was awesome.
That's
Here
awesome.
They are.
Yeah.
I bet you wish you had that windshield on the way here, huh?
That would have been nice. Yeah, 50 miles into it, we're like, we're going 1,200 miles. The bigger windscreen might be nice.
It's so easy to change it, too.
This is a nice windscreen, too.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
It's unbelievable. I saw you put it on. It took like 3 seconds.
yeah, it clips on and off. I mean, Memphis Shades is amazing. I mean, when I pulled in there literally at like 11 this morning, they didn't know I was coming. And I pulled in, I said, you know what? Can you guys put the other windscreen on there? And it was the guy from R&D was right there. He's like, oh yeah, we were talking about this. All right, I think we can do it. All right, give me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And he got it all fitted on there. So now he's taking measurements, so they will have those available and ready when the bikes hit the production.
Yeah.
Full production.
And you could buy both bearings if you wanted to, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll sell them with this.
Yeah.
We want Memphis, if people want that one, to buy it from Memphis, right? They're a great company. They're an American company. They're in Memphis, Tennessee. They're individually owned guy. Alan's amazing, the owner, and they're working with us to help. What we want with these bikes is to not design, to say, oh, we do not have all the cool ideas, right? There's all these aftermarket companies that make great products, make really cool
Specialists in
stuff.
their industry,
They are specialists. The guys from FXR are going to get some bikes. They're going to do some accessories. So we're going to work with all the different accessory companies, get them some of these prototypes, and let them start designing the products they want for these bikes. And it takes us, keeps us focused on the production, full volume production, getting everything we need ready for California CARB, EPA, all those things. Our supply chain is getting dialed in. I mean, we're already hard tooling on the gas tank.
It's exciting.
Right? So that's already hard tooled. We've already picked our supplier on the frames. They're working with the engineers to get everything dialed in, how the manufacturability is going to work. And then all the accessory companies in the next 6 months are going to start making accessories. They're going to get bikes. They're going to get a bike for like 30 days and have time to ride it, put some stuff on it, test some things, and start working. They can do some content if they want. We'll see what happens, and then we'll get our bikes back. But I mean, we want to support those guys. Those guys are part of the core of the industry that was built in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and they've stayed through this stuff. And we got to support them and make them, give them some bikes to make some cool stuff.
Yeah. Bill, let's get back on these bikes, brother.
You ready to go?
Thanks, Bill.
Right on. Thanks, guys.
As an American motorcycle enthusiast, for me, it's really, really exciting to see an American-made company pull something out of the box that's ready to do stunt riding, road racing, on or off road. It's you'd have to spend a fortune on any production B-twin to make it even close to this. Wouldn't even be close.
I got one more thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it?
Sure, yeah.
All right, so the front suspension, we just agreed to a deal last week with a major U.S. manufacturer that makes kick-ass suspensions in America. And those are the suspensions that we're going to use on the bikes as stock suspension.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Can't say who it is yet. We're going to do a release on it. We're going to do a release with them. They are very well known. They make great stuff, but these are going to have American-built suspensions. The frames are built in America. The gas tanks are built in Michigan. Our engine cases come from Michigan. We're bringing as much back to the USA as we can.
Amen. Timing's perfect.
A lot of the supply chain started when I bought the company. A lot of the supply chain came out of Harley Davidson, and they had supply chain all over, right? There's some stuff in the US, there's some stuff in Asia, there's some stuff in Europe. And I said, let's bring as much back as we can to America, support American jobs. It's better for us with timing, it's better for us for jobs, it's better for quality, and it's not a quick process, but we're doing it as we can, as we go. And the suspension one is a significant one. Poland's makes great suspensions. We don't want to say anything negative about that, but we're going to be able to get a great suspension system on this that's built in America. Everyone's going to love it.
The seat, the tires, the brakes, the engine performance out of the box is what people dreamed and hoped that their B-twin would be.
Yep.
And they have to spend 20 grand to make it even something close to this on top of the cost of the bike.
Yep.
So it's really a no-brainer. And we've already got a ton of pre-orders rolling in. Junior's been taking orders on the daily, and we're I felt like a kid before Christmas when you were telling. It's the first time I got to meet and interview with you, and my heart was racing very so fast like that. Like when I got a GT80 when I was a little kid. And I swear to God, my inner child's like so excited about this because I know it's what the American motorcycle market and the global motorcycle market needs. And you're the man making it happen.
Well,
Thank you.
We got a whole awesome team, right? I mean, that's the thing that people maybe don't realize, but we have been slowly, carefully building an amazing team, and we have an amazing team, and they're doing amazing things. They're doing them quickly, they're doing them efficiently, but they're also designing and building beautiful products. Our production team is dialed in. Our production team and our production system will be ready to handle all the volume. Our supply chain team has been dialing in our supply chain for the last 3 years, getting it cleaned up because there was carnage from before when we bought the company.
Yep.
So we're getting that cleaned up, we're getting that dialed in, we're getting it ready, we're bringing as much of the supply chain back to the U.S. as we can. We want these to be as much of an American product as possible. Build them in Michigan, 175, 180 horsepower. Let's go rip, baby.
The heart of America.
Yep.
Get it done. Thanks, Bill.
Motor State, baby.
Amen.
So I'm down here, sitting on the new Buell Super Cruiser.
Downtown Deadwood, and I got to thank my daughter Taylor for getting me here, and Christy for supporting me going, and the team at Homer keeping the home fires burning. But what a blessing to be involved with this super cruiser. It's just a stellar machine. Had a blast riding it over here. Stay tuned. We're going to bring these to the Drifter Cross event tonight. Plus some killer footage of the action going on down there. It's AMA Championship Round 2 of Drifter Cross.